Hello and welcome to Gameaholics Podcast, episode 12. I am your host, as always, Kickler, joined by my very dancely co-host, Archer. Archer, how you doing?
Doing good. What's up, guys?
It has been a while.
A little while.
Archer decided to go and be a caveman, or a mountain man, I guess, and went hunting.
Yeah, it was a good time.
We didn't have time to record then, and then life got in the way the last week, and so here we are 3 weeks later.
Yep. It's okay, though. We were missed, but we are back.
Yes. I got a new phone, and I forgot the login for the Instagram, so I've got to try and remember that, because there has not been any content going on.
I think it's in my text messages somewhere.
Okay. I think I know what it is. I just actually need to try and log in. But we'll worry about that after this.
Yeah, that's going to take some digging.
Yeah.
It was a while ago.
Anyway, go ahead and introduce this beer, because I know it's one of your favorites.
This has been my favorite for a minute now. It's the Superior Light Beer. Michelob Ultra. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. So, Michelob is made by the same people that make Budweiser and Bud Light, the Anheuser-Busch company.
Okay.
So, Michelob is a 4.7% ABV pale lager beer developed by Adolphus Busch in 1896. So, old school. Not too old school, but...
Yeah, that's over 100 years old.
So, that's good. Michelob was bottled originally... it was originally sold in bottle, in a uniquely shaped bottle, named the teardrop bottle, because it resembled a water droplet. But then they stopped doing that to, they stopped doing that because it was slow on production.
Mm-hmm.
So they went to the regular type bottle to speed that up. That teardrop bottle did win a award. Yes.
I just pulled it up. That's interesting looking.
Yeah. What year did it win? It won it oh my god.
Out of practice?
Yes. It won in a medal. Damn it, I lost this spot. You ready?
Yeah, I'm good. Okay. I'm just chilling. Were you waiting for me? Like,
no,
are we starting over or what?
No, I don't want to start over. Yeah, this is great. Institute of Design in 1962. And then 5 years later, the bottle was redesigned after they won.
Huh. I mean, it's pretty cool that they had such a unique looking bottle. It looks like an hourglass, kind of.
Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah. Interesting.
They'll probably bring it back. Limited edition bottle, I'm sure.
It looks like they have a few times. Just looking through, because it looks like the bottle design has changed a handful of times.
Mm-hmm.
So I would imagine it'll be like the limited edition Pepsi Crystal or whatever and just come out every once in a while.
Yeah.
Huh, that's cool. Anyway, I have not had one of these other than that sip you made me have with orange juice mixed in.
If you guys have never put orange juice in your beer, try it. It's fucking awesome.
Alright, here we go. That was a good one.
Are you afraid? It's quite different than the beer we've been drinking, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I can tell this is a you kind of beer.
Me?
Yeah. Because it's almost orangey. Like, it kind of tastes like a Blue Moon type shock top, whatever. But it's very smooth, and there's not like, I don't like the hoppy taste, and there's not a lot of that in this. It's very just smooth.
Yeah,
It's nice.
I don't like the hoppy either. Not very much. Oh, some news for you guys that live in the Utah area. Our percentage alcohol by volume law got pushed up on November 1st. It was effective.
Which means I'm gonna get turned off of very little.
Ready? Oh, damn, that wasn't very good.
That was not very good. I'm kind of disappointed in you. Jeez.
I was trying to make it sound like a bottle flip,
Uh-huh.
bottle cap flip, but then the springs just didn't take any of it.
Oh, shut down.
I hate that so much. Yep, the Michelob is good.
It's very smooth. I like it. That's a good, just like all day
Mm-hmm.
type of beer, I think.
Been working all day, come home, you're like, fuck.
Yeah. I turned up my mic, and I really like being able to sit this far back.
Do you?
Yeah.
Kind of nice.
Yeah, I'm watching the levels, and like we are perfect at this point. And the mic is like a foot away from my mouth.
I gotta freaking put my mic in my mouth for it to sound good.
I know, we need to adjust the levels again and see, because we were fine. And then we started recording, and then I realized I was too loud, so I just sat back, and I like this. Anyway, it's been a while since we've talked. There's been a lot of news that's happened. So we'll talk a little bit about some news. Ubisoft came out and did a investor meeting, I guess. So talking about their earnings and stuff, and they basically said they're not going to make earnings call, and Ghost Recon did not launch with a good amount of players, and so that game's not doing too hot, and they're kind of gonna go back to the drawing board and do a revamp of the actual game, it sounds like. And they pushed back a whole bunch of games like Watch Dogs, Legions, Gods and Monsters, and I can't remember what the other one is that they pushed back, but basically they're just pushing those back until 2020 sometime.
It's crazy they push Watch Dogs back because, like, that's a big title that can make them a good amount of money.
Yeah, it's also really technically advanced for what it is. Like, well, like, every character that you find in the game is supposedly playable. Every NPC is anybody that you find, and they're using this new, like, system where every voice that you hear is unique because they have AI producing a lot of the voices. So I'm wondering if they're just going to push that back until next gen.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's a game that's going to benefit from the added power of the new consoles.
I would agree with you there.
Yeah. The PS5 console has been in the news a lot. Just talking about specs and all sorts of stuff like that. Xbox kind of came out and said a few things, but not really. And it's kind of got me wondering, why is Xbox just kind of taking the back seat on this one?
Yeah, what's it make you feel?
I mean, if they're waiting to talk about it, maybe they have something in their pocket that's going to like blow PlayStation out of the water.
That's what I was thinking.
I don't know. The other thing that I thought was important to talk about, BlizzCon is going on, and Overwatch 2 got announced. Did you see that?
Overwatch 2?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
It's going to have like a single player campaign, and
oh damn!
In addition to the multiplayer, I watched. I wasn't able to finish the trailer, but I watched a little bit of that, and it looked good. I mean, I never played the first Overwatch, so I don't know what to expect.
I haven't played it either. All my a lot of people say it's good though. Like, a lot of people I talk to about it.
Well, it's been going on for a long time, and it hasn't really dropped in price at all. So I mean, it's got to be a decent game. I don't know. Death Stranding is getting review copies out, and reviews are starting to come in. Have you seen this at all?
I haven't seen any reviews of it yet.
People are not liking that game.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not good.
No, they're just kind of saying it's so much game that it's not a fun game. Because there's so many different mechanics and so much that you have to learn and adapt to that it's just
I kind of expected that,
unenjoyable,
though.
I guess.
Did you not expect that at all?
I kind of did. But it's disappointing that it doesn't work as well as... Like, PlayStation is pushing this game like crazy. They're coming out with the limited edition console, which they don't do that with every game.
Yeah, they don't.
And, I mean, they're really, really pushing that game. And now that it's out and about before launch, is it really going to get picked up as much as it would if all these reviews are coming out and kind of bombing it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That kind of scares me a little bit.
Jeez. I mean, like, I expected it to be, like, a big and kind of confusing game.
I did too.
I don't know what people really expected of it, though. I don't know.
I don't either. But it's kind of disappointing. And really there's a few games that have come out, of course, like Outer Worlds came out, which I'll talk about a little bit. Luigi's Mansion 3 came out, which people are liking a lot.
I need to watch videos on that. I totally freaking forgot that came out.
People have liked that a lot. Call of Duty came out, which we'll also talk about. And there's been a bunch of Pokemon leaks. We don't know if they're official, but it's kind of looking really legitimate. It kind of seems like somebody actually has a copy of the game and is posting pictures and screenshots and stuff, and that's blowing up Twitter like crazy. So if you want to look into it, there's a whole bunch of like the starter evolutions have been leaked. I think I was looking at some numbers. I think total we have had 22 new Pokemon officially revealed by Nintendo, and these leaks have now just hit 44 new Pokemon. So we have 66, I believe, new Pokemon revealed. I could have my numbers mixed up a little bit, but basically double the Pokemon have been revealed through these leaks than officially.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Which is nice, because it seems like there's going to be a lot of Pokemon in this game, because everybody was kind of worried that with the National Dex not being in it, that they're going to kind of slim it down. But it's... there was a screenshot floating around of... It had a Pokemon in the Pokédex, and it was number like 350.
Oh, shit.
So
they've like a whole new gen?
No, that includes some of the older ones,
okay.
I'm sure. But I mean, that means there's probably at least 400 in the game.
Damn.
Which is nice.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, what have you been playing, if anything?
I played a lot of Apex.
I have too.
Lots and lots of Apex.
That game is so good.
It really is.
That new map is really enjoyable.
I like it.
Especially now that I've kind of learned it more. I still miss Kings Canyon quite a bit, because I really had a good loop down in that. But I feel like some of the final encounters in this new map have been a lot more enjoyable. Because I feel like in Kings Canyon, I'd usually end up dying because somebody was up above me in like a building, or somebody would snipe me from far away or something like that. And I don't know why, because I feel like it's either long to mid-range or short to mid-ranged combat in this new map, that some of those finals encounters are so close quarters that it really, really comes down to how quick you can move and how good you are.
Yeah,
like a submachine gun, basically.
I find myself I find the game I keep going into the same areas of the map like every game. That's where the zone always is. And I follow the same trail like almost every game. It's weird.
Really?
Yeah.
So let's kind of expand on this since we've both been playing it quite a bit. Like, where do you like to drop? Like, what's your go-to if you get a pick?
Fuck, I forgot the name of it. You know that area where it has a bunch of buildings and the buildings on top that Pathfinder can only reach?
Is that like the capital city?
It's kind of next to Capital City.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about.
There's like train carts everywhere, and then there's ones up top that have zip lines connecting them.
Oh, yeah, that's the train station.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good place. I find that there's not a lot of like supply bins there.
Yeah, there's
and,
not.
And so I have a hard time kind of finding stuff. My favorite place to drop is Sorting Factory.
Yeah, go.
By far, yeah.
I like Capital City, but that's just a very highly populated place.
Yeah, I feel like Capital City's kind of like the Tilted Towers.
Yeah.
If you compare it to Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot of people drop there. And Sorting Factory is just south of that. And that's where I like to go because there's tons and tons of supply bins. And there's also tons of supply drones that fly overhead.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a fairly heavy populated place as well. But there's enough guns that you'll probably end up with something and be able to kind of hold your own.
Yeah.
Which that's the majority of how I die is I end up dropping and I just can't find anything because I feel like things are so scarce in this map.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll either end up with like the Mozambique or absolutely nothing.
I think I find the Mozambique in every match.
Yeah.
Fuck that gun.
Yeah, that gun is not great. Been playing anything else at all?
You know, a little Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Been doing pretty decent in that game.
Yeah. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah.
Because we've both been playing that as well. Kind of need to vent about Control a little bit. That's that game that I've been like praising and loving to like no end.
Yep.
That game is stupid hard.
There's not a difficulty setting on that, is there?
I don't remember. But holy crap. So I did take a little bit of time off to play Link's Awakening for a while. So I really kind of got out of the controls and how to actually play. But I can't get past this part. Like, it's insane. These are just generic bad guys. And they are kicking my trash.
Really?
Yeah, I cannot get past them, and it's gotten to the point where I've been so frustrated that I haven't played the game in, like, 3 weeks.
And they're just smacking you around?
Yeah, and, like, I feel like it went from, like, tolerable, and I'm dying here and there, to, like, holy crap, I just can't get past this. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if I've missed an upgrade or what, but at this point, like, it's ridiculously hard to be able to play this game. And so I've kind of set it down, and I really want to finish it because I really, really enjoy the game, but just that difficulty curve took a deep dive off a cliff.
That's weird.
And it got so hard, yeah. Also been playing Apex. Also been playing the Outer Worlds, which is a Fallout-like RPG that does nothing new. Everything old that it does perfectly. And it is a fantastic game.
What do you mean nothing new?
There's nothing like new. Like, it doesn't have any like groundbreaking new mechanics or anything like that. And it just really kind of focuses in on the RPG elements of the actual gameplay and does gunplay really well. And I think it's better for it. Like, they didn't try and like they're not trying to sell you on this game by saying, oh, it's got this big new fancy gimmick. It's just like, here is a good ass RPG that you can play.
Yeah.
And it's great.
I think game developers should focus more on that.
I do too. Like,
it would make storylines so much better.
Yeah. And with all that's going on with Bethesda and Fallout 76 and how crappy of a launch that's been and how kind of lackluster Fallout 4 was, like, this is exactly what they should have made, and they didn't. And I think Obsidian is going to do really well for it. Now, it is also on Game Pass, which I think this just even more solidifies how good Game Pass is. This is an amazing game that came out day one at no additional cost to subscribers.
Dude, I don't have an Xbox, but Game Pass is honestly the coolest shit.
It is. It is so cool. And I was reading something, the UK sales tracker said that 78% of physical copies sold of The Outer Worlds was PlayStation.
How many?
78% of physical copies sold were for PlayStation.
Yeah, it's not on.
Which
not
is
on their pass.
Well, it's probably because I think that if anything, that just shows how many Xbox owners are subscribed to Game Pass.
Yeah. Well, it pays. You get the ultimate one, right? And it's your Xbox Live and.
Yep, $15 a month gets you Game Pass for Xbox, Game Pass for PC, and Xbox Live.
Yeah, that's
Gold,
great.
whatever it's called.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I'm still on the $10 plan, and I don't really plan on changing quite yet because I've still got like 2 or 3 years worth of Xbox Live saved up.
There you go.
And I don't play games on my computer, so I'm mostly just dinking away on the Xbox. I will say, I did download Apex Legends on my laptop to see how it ran. My laptop can handle it, but I took my headphones off and my laptop was like, it sounded like it was gonna explode.
All the fans in that thing.
Oh yeah, because it's like a light book, so it's really not made for gaming. But yeah, that thing was screaming. It was so funny.
Yeah, oh shit, table smoking.
But
that's awesome.
Have you been getting any wins?
Apex?
Yeah.
I actually have. I probably, in this new season, probably up to 6.
All right.
1, I got carried so fucking hard. Like, I had just woken up and I was like, I'll play. And I got revived twice. And I just guessed my total damage through the whole game. While it was a combined kill count of 12 for the squad.
You had a combined kill count for 12?
Our squad had 12 kills.
Oh, I bet you did 350 worth of damage.
Nope.
What'd you do?
I got like 205. I didn't even have a kill. It was so bad. Which, like, we've played together, and that one match, I had like 7 kills. Like, yeah. I'm not bad at the game, but that match was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, so me and Archer have been playing a little bit, and when we play, Archer's always got like 7, 8 kills, and I'll have 2 or 3. But if you look at my damage dealt is like triple what his is, and it's because I cannot kill anybody. I can really damage them, but somebody swoops in and gets the final blow, and it pisses me off so bad.
You're like, his shield is all gone. He had gold shields, they're all gone. I'm coming in. Boom.
I'm like, his gold shields are gone. I've done like 80 damage to his regular health. I'm reloading. Give me just a second. Somebody comes in and just blasts him and finishes him off. Pisses me off.
Yeah, that match was freaking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think at the very end, I had like a triple take that had no sights, and then that stupid ass handgun.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god. Got carried so hard.
November 5th. So Tuesday, Duos comes out for a limited time.
Oh yeah.
So you need to get that Xbox and we need to play for a little bit.
We do.
I think our third person is kind of our handicap in our case.
You can't have that, man.
Yeah.
It's hard to win when you're not communicating well.
It is. It really, really is. But I mean, we had 2 or 3 matches down to the final 2 or 3 squads.
Mm-hmm.
We just couldn't get the win. I don't know what it was.
We'll get it.
We will. We need to do a stream.
Mm-hmm.
Just us playing. That'd be a lot of fun.
We were getting wins in Dogfight today.
Yeah, we were.
Dogfight
Anyway.
is awesome.
Yeah, let's kind of move on. Let's go into our discussion. Today we're going to talk about the new Call of Duty.
Yep.
Because, as you know, this is a Call of Duty podcast.
Yeah, Call of Duty podcast.
And we're also going to talk about some changes that are going to be happening to the show.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I got Call of Duty first, surprisingly enough, because I thought Archer was going to get it day one. He did not.
I wasn't even here day one.
Tell the people how you ended up getting it.
I got a little tipsy, and I was like... I was going to wait till, like, I got paid to get it. But I didn't.
He texts me, and he's like, dude, I got drunk last night. I bought COD. Let's play. I found somebody selling it local for $40.
Yeah, that's nice.
So
I paid like 63.
yeah, I got $20 off and didn't have to pay tax. And
That's nice.
yeah, I'll take it.
I can't believe they were selling it already.
I can't either. So I found the guy, and he's like, $40, Call of Duty, blah, blah, blah. And he had just like the generic online picture. Like he didn't take a picture of his physical copy. So I was a little like hesitant, but I messaged him and I'm like, hey, just saw your game. Like, does it come with a case, and is the disc clean and all that? And he's like, yep, basically brand new. Just didn't like it. So just trying to get rid of it, move it real fast. And I was like, all right, well, I'll give you the 40 if you hold it for me. And he's like, yeah, no problem. And then he messages me back like a minute later, and he's like, dude, my phone is blowing up. How much do you want this? And I'm like, I want it. I get off at 6. I'll swing by. And he's like, should I mark it as sold? And I'm like, yeah, mark it as sold if you're willing to hold it, because I've got the cash and everything. And then he's like, well, I hope you follow through. And so then I message him back, and I'm like, well, you could swing by my work. I've got the cash with me. And like literally like 2 minutes later, he just pulls up, and I'm like, all right.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I got it. It took an entire freaking day to download.
Yeah, I started my download at 6:30. I was playing at 11:30.
So, did you buy it physically?
No.
No. So, I bought the physical, and it has to download off of the disc, and then you have to do a 69 gigabyte update. And I've got good internet, but dude, I put it in at like 7 in the morning. I got home at 2, and it just barely finished downloading the disc. And then I had to do the 69 gigabyte update.
Damn.
And it freaking took till like 9 o'clock before it was done. It was ridiculous.
Since I got it off the PlayStation Store, so like right when I got into the game, I had the M4A1 with the hybrid and all loaded out. And I got a tactical knife, and I got the revolver all loaded out. It was like the add-on shit that I got with it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty dope. I still use that M4. It's freaking sweet. The little hybrid sight it has on it.
Yeah. But have you just been playing multiplayer, or have you dabbled in the campaign? Or
I started playing the campaign. I think I'm the 3rd or 4th mission.
Have you been in the tunnels yet?
With Farah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So we're basically at the same part. I just finished that mission. Did you finish that one?
I blew up the helicopters, and I'm in London.
Okay. We're at the same part.
Okay.
I turned it off as soon as it switched to Captain Price's team in London.
Okay.
So
I played a little bit of London.
Okay. I guess spoiler alert for people if you don't want to hear about the first 3 missions, because I'm not going to put any filters on my mouth, and Archer, I don't think needs to put any on his. But what's your impressions of the campaign so far? We can talk about story, we can talk about gameplay, we can talk about anything. Just what do you think?
I love the feel of the game. The recoil of the guns are amazing. And like it just feels more real. You know what I mean?
That's like the first thing that I noticed is I feel clunky. Does that make sense? Like you run around and it's like
yeah, you're not
with
very
every
fast.
step, and you're not fast, and every gunshot is like boom, and you've got to realign and aim, and then you can shoot again. And, I feel very. It feels very real, and I feel very clunky and not necessarily clumsy, but just like a real person, I guess, is kind of what I'm trying to say. But it's awesome. I like it. I really like the feel of that.
The graphics are awesome. I haven't put it on my 4K yet. I don't know why.
So I'm running a original Xbox One on a 4K TV, and the particle effects have a hard time. So, you know when you're attacking the airbase and you're flying in the C4 RC planes?
Yeah.
This is in the third mission, I think. So you're flying in with these RC planes, and they've got C4 attached to them, and you crash into it, and it always zooms out and shows you the explosion.
Yeah.
Every single explosion that I saw, you could see all the squares. So, like, instead of blowing up in a puff of smoke, it blew up in a puff of squares. It looked like a Minecraft explosion.
That's odd.
But other than that, everything looks really good.
That's good.
Just if I look at it like a grenade, or at some points when you're running through, there's like flames on the ground. The smoke particles are blocks, basically. That's what it looks like. It's very strange.
Have you seen the mice?
Yes.
They're like...
They're not mice. Those things are rats.
Oh, yeah.
That's like Master Splinter running around.
They look like shit. They just look like shit when they're running.
Oh, they've got me a few times in the multiplayer.
Oh, fucking... Oh, shit.
Yeah. But anyway, back to campaign. I like how much it feels like the original Modern Warfare, and I like how different it is so far.
Yeah.
Because... like that, is it the first or second mission when you sneak into the warehouse and everything, all the power gets cut off? But
yeah, it's first or second.
Like, holy cow, that, like, the feel and the night vision goggles and just everything about that was insane.
Yeah, do you notice if you put your night vision on and there's some type of light that you look at and you take them off, it's like black as fuck, and then your vision come back?
Oh, I didn't know you could take the night vision goggles off.
Yeah, you can take them off.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. So your eyes, like, readjust. That's cool.
It's pretty badass. And, like, if something, like, blows up right outside and you try to run right into it, your player will start coughing and shit.
Yeah, I noticed that. And, like, fire, if you get hit by a Molotov or whatever, you'll, like, hear your clothes burning behind you. It's weird. You've been playing with a headset, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, the sound quality in this is amazing.
It's insane.
There's been several times in both the campaign and multiplayer where, like, I can hear somebody to my left or my right, and I'm able to turn around and save myself.
Yeah. I love that you can take oil filters off of random shit in the map.
Yeah, that was cool.
Silencer.
So the maps feel, and I didn't do a lot of exploring, but they almost feel really open. So the game is very linear. Don't get me wrong. Like here's your objective. Here's how to get there. Blah blah blah. But it, like, the world just feels alive, and there's enough going on in the game that it feels like I could just, walk down that street and never look back. Like, that's kind of how the game feels. Because, off to the side, there's guards over here harassing somebody, and over here there's people getting hung, and over here's the market where people are just buying their their food for the day. Like, it just feels very alive, which is cool. And I think I should go back to that third mission when you're walking around that town and maybe explore a little bit and kind of see where that wall is.
Yeah.
But just everything feels really open. I really like how they've made the world feel real. Because I feel like in other Call of Duty games, there's AI, there's NPCs running around and whatever, but it just doesn't feel lived in as much. Like, it feels like this guy was meant to run from this hallway over here and whatever. Whereas, like in the first London mission, when the gas bombs go off and you're running around as the cop, like, I had no idea where I needed to go.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I was just kind of roaming around, I felt like I was doing my own thing, and I ended up where I needed to go. Did you go down into the subway at all?
I did not.
You didn't? So you didn't go down the stairs and then... No?
I went into a building and met with Captain Price.
Okay, so it sounds like there's different ways to do it. So, like, I was going through the alleys and whatever and fighting people on the street, and then there's a spot where some terrorists are running out of the subway system. So I ran down the stairs into the subway, and there was nobody down there. There's a whole bunch of people, like, getting... like, the cops are pushing some of the civilians off to the side, and they're closing the gates down to try and block off that part of the subway. And so you go down the stairs and turn, and there's another set of stairs to go up, and a suicide bomber runs down. And you had to shoot him in the head, or else he'd blow up, and it took me 5 or 6 tries to do that. But I thinking back, you definitely could have skipped those stairs altogether, and I think just keep running.
Yeah.
And it sounds like that's what you did.
Right before I met with Captain Price, a suicide bomber had ran out of the building at me.
Okay. Yeah. So you must have gone left and avoided the stairs, and I went down the stairs and then went to go up the stairs, and that same guy ran down the stairs at me.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
That's way cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, that game, they can polish up their cross-platform stuff, but
yeah,
honestly, like, I've seen some video clips of the Claymores not really going off when they're supposed to.
So, before we move on, anything else you want to say about campaign? Anything else you want to talk about before we move to multiplayer?
I think we've hit everything. I don't know if have you gone to a house in Night Vision in Laser?
I don't think so.
Alright.
That must be the London mission that I'm on.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, yeah, that sums it up for me then.
Okay. So let's move on into multiplayer. I started with multiplayer, so I just hopped onto it, and it was so hard.
It was tough at first.
I then backed out and started up the campaign so I can kind of get a better feel for the game.
I didn't start playing the campaign until me and you got off.
Really? All right. Yeah, I was just like, holy cow, this is way different, because I haven't played many Call of Duty since Ghosts. So I really backed out and hopped into the campaign to kind of get a feel for the movement speed and some of the guns and stuff.
Yeah. I'm really enjoying the multiplayer. I like that they brought a couple new game modes. Their cyber attack looks just like it's Sabotage. So.
I haven't played any of the new game modes. I've just hopped into quick play basically, and whatever comes up comes up. I did play the night mode.
Yeah, I did too.
And holy crap, that's cool. That's hard though.
I really like it. I like that there's no hit markers. It's more like a hardcore feel.
Yeah. So it's supposed to be like that. Like, there's no HUD, and time to kill is, I guess time to kill is the same, except if you hit him in the head, that does more damage, and it's like an instant kill, which I feel like it's an instant kill in regular multiplayer, so I don't know the difference.
No, I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. You were saying it felt like some things need to change?
And the crossplay, like when I kept backing you out and saying I kicked you and stuff.
Every time. So we played those first two like regular matches, and then as soon as we got into gun game, every match it said that you kicked me, which is weird.
Yeah.
It would say host kicked you from party, and then if you look down in the bottom right, like our chat, it said you left party.
That's weird.
Yeah. I think they've got some optimizing, and like...
And the microphone levels, too.
I noticed that with the people we were playing with, too. Did you?
The sound?
So, I don't know if you how you had your mic set up, but when we played that first just team deathmatch, some of our teammates were talking as well. And their audio was extremely low, too.
Really?
Yeah. Had you muted everybody at that point?
Yeah. Probably. I muted everybody as soon as we hopped in.
Yeah, you were louder than they were.
Really?
Yeah. It was weird. You were really, really quiet. And I don't know what it was about that. Could you hear me okay?
Yeah, really.
And like I bumped I on my headset I can turn up game or voice chat. And which one gets priority, and I switched it over to voice chat, and I still could hardly hear you.
That's crazy.
And even after I bumped you up to 200% in the settings, I still could, like, you were super quiet.
I had my microphone adjuster maxed out.
Really? That's so weird. I wonder why. Because I've never had that problem with anybody else ever.
I'm sure it has to do with the platform.
Yeah.
Doing all cross.
I think there's just some issues that need to be ironed out.
Yeah.
Because obviously if I'm getting kicked every time, like maybe there's something wrong there. I wonder if it's the host. So like you were hosting. I wonder if I hosted, if that would change.
Yeah, it wasn't you, but and you weren't showing up on my friends list either.
Yeah, which was weird because... So I had to go into my settings and join your thing. It wouldn't let me invite you.
Really?
Yeah. But we got it to work. And it worked well. Like, when we were actually in the game...
Yeah, there wasn't anything wrong.
Yeah, and, like, you weren't so quiet that I couldn't hear you. But I don't know how I'd want to, like, carry on a conversation with you. Because it would just be really, really hard to hear you. But just the... guy over here in the left watchtower, that was enough, and I could hear that to be able to kind of focus in and do that. But
yeah, I really like that new game mode they have, Dogfight. That's fun.
Gun game?
Isn't it called Dogfight?
The 2v2 we were playing? I think it's called Gun Game.
Really?
Yeah, because it switches our guns every like third round or something.
I think in the alpha they call it Dogfight. I'll have to find out what it's called. But yeah, we did well.
Yeah, we did.
I think we only lost one match.
Except we freaking let those guys catch up in our last one.
5-0 comeback.
Oh yeah, bad. So we were sitting there playing, and we were 5-0, and we were match point. And they caught all the way back up. It was 5-5 going into the final round.
It's okay. We came out on top.
We nearly choked.
That was funny.
I've got a video from that match that I want to show you. I don't know if it's posted to my phone yet. But, like, I just see the guy sneaking around. And basically I see the little teeny top of his head. And I'm like, beep, and he dies. It was great.
My first match in multiplayer, I was playing with my buddy Tony, and I'm using that M4 I have that I got from buying it, and I start out kind of shitty, and I'm going through, and I'm like, okay, I'm getting the hang of it, and then they're like, there was a care package coming down, I just seen it in the air, I was like, oh bet, and I just ran over there, murked 4 dudes, and took it. It was awesome.
I've been enjoying the... What gun was I using, dude? That like scout rifle.
The scout rifle?
Yeah. The
Um.
F something.
Oh, the FN FAL.
Yeah, that thing.
I've
I've
always
been enjoying
called
that
it-
gun quite a bit.
I've always called it the FNAFL. I don't
The
know why.
Phenophil. At first I was like, dang, this gun sucks. But you saw that video clip. I'll once I log into the Instagram, I'll post it, I think. But I got like 6 kills all back to back to back to back.
Yeah, they got powerful.
Yeah,
Only like
and
a 2 or 3 shot kill, depending on where you hit him.
so what do you think of the way that they've kind of changed the mini map in this game? Are you a mini map watcher type of guy?
I guess it depends on the day. Usually, yeah. It depends on the game mode. Like team deathmatch, not so much. But like search and destroy, yeah, I'll look at it a lot.
So, have you noticed in this game when an enemy shoots, it doesn't put a red dot on the mini map?
Yeah, what is it? Does it do anything?
So if you look at the compass at the very top of your screen, there's a triangle that shows you which direction the gunfire is coming from. So you don't get their exact location, you just get the direction that they're at.
Okay.
What do you think of that? Yeah, obviously,
Still
you
works.
haven't even noticed it.
Yeah,
so,
I didn't notice.
but I like that a lot because I'm not afraid to shoot my gun. Where in other Call of Duties, I was really afraid when I was getting kind of close quarters. I was kind of afraid to shoot my gun because people would know exactly where it was.
Yeah.
Now that people just kind of know the direction, I'm able to run around them and whatnot a little bit easier.
You can get around it easy. I don't like that they put the AUG in a submachine gun class.
Oh wow!
So like, Call of Duty World at War.
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure they did they have the AUG in that one?
Yeah, I think so.
See, that was in the light machine gun class. And then after that it was always in the submachine gun, or it was always in the assault rifle class, and then they brought it down to a sub and dropped the damage.
Yeah, and they also dropped the range quite a bit.
Even in Rainbow Six, it's an assault rifle.
I've been having a hard time with the range in that game. Like, I feel like the drop-off is so dramatic. So, like, snipers, far range. I don't feel like there's really any mid-range guns. And then assault rifles that are fully auto and submachine guns are close range, and that's it. Yeah. Have you felt that?
If you put an ACOG on that FN FAL, that'll tear that long, medium, and short.
But that's a single fire gun. And like that works as mid-range. But I feel like the fully auto assault rifles really don't.
Yeah, no, they don't. But they did put the option where you can select your fire.
On some guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the M4 is really a really good one to do that with.
Maybe I need to pay attention more. I think I only have 2 assault rifles unlocked even right now. Because I'm only level like 7, I think.
I know the gun I'm waiting to get unlocked is the SCAR, and I don't think it has a select fire.
I like the SCAR quite a bit. I think it's maybe it's a lot to do with the like recoil of the guns. Because it's so bouncy. Maybe I just have a hard time aiming.
Yeah, I'm used to playing Rainbow Six too, so I'm used to that freaking big climb of gun. So
yeah, I'm used to playing like Apex, where it takes 3 clips to kill somebody.
I freaking hate that, dude. Dude, I was running around with the off subject, but I was running around with the alternator and the Peacekeeper. Dude, that thing drains shields. You just pull out the Peacekeeper, boom.
Really?
There it does, yeah.
Huh.
Because it's pretty easy to hit every shot with the alternator.
Oh, yeah.
It shoots so damn fast.
Yeah, it is.
And there's only 16 bullets in it.
Yeah, I hate... that's one of my favorite guns in that game. But I hate the clip size. I have to have a light extended mag to be able to use it effectively.
I agree.
But... because I usually carry that like a sniper. I should carry like that in a Peacekeeper, and I'd probably be a lot better. But...
I've been really enjoying the flatline after the buff.
Yeah, the flatline's pretty good.
Yeah, I like it.
Charged rifle is a lot harder to use now.
Did they nerfed it?
Oh yeah, quite a bit.
It's just shit does like 70 damage.
Oh yeah, that's if you can land hit, that's deadly. Anyway, back to Call of Duty.
Yeah. It's a good game so far.
It is. I'm really enjoying it, and it's been a long time since I've played a Call of Duty. So it's done a lot right. What do you think of like the gun customizing?
It's a little weird.
Have you dabbled in it a lot?
Yeah, not a lot, but
so you can have up to 5 attachments, and certain perks that used to be like one of the 3 perks that you get to pick are now a part of the gun.
Yeah.
So like quick reload and I don't even know anymore, but I know that's one of the ones that's like a perk to that gun, which I think is cool because you can set up like your person to have 3 perks that really work for your general play style, and then it's like, okay, well here's this certain gun that I feel like I need to have quick reload with or something.
I'm not a very big perk guy.
You're not?
No, I don't. I'm not a big person in perks. Because, like, in the other Call of Duties, you had, like, a certain amount of perks and attachments you could use. And if you have more perks, you have less attachments. I've always been the guy to take 2 perks off and have fucking 7 attachments on my gun, you know?
Like, yeah. So. See, I like the perks. I really do. It makes life a lot easier.
Yeah. You got a nuke yet?
Heck no. Dude, I freaking suck at that game right now. I really, really need to practice.
Yeah, same. I haven't seen anybody get a nuke yet.
I mean, I watch you play and you're getting like 15 kills to my 2. Yeah, I need to practice. I need to get back into it. I used to be pretty good at Call of Duty and now I suck.
It's a very different game.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, I think it kind of sums it up. So
yeah, you haven't done like special ops at all. Neither have I.
I think it's a matchmaking. I don't think it's LAN.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not sure though.
Interesting. Yeah, I haven't dabbled in that at all. I've only had the game since Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. So I've only played it for 2 days, basically.
Yeah. I think I only have 3-hour gameplay so far.
Which is surprising that you've caught all the way up to me in campaign.
I know, I just started today.
Yeah. But anyway, if that's it, should we talk about the changes that are going to be going on?
Oh yeah, let's hit it.
So, we're going to change the show up a little bit. It's going to kind of help us to hopefully be able to distinguish ourselves apart from other video game podcasts. And this is going to be the end of season 0. I think that's what we should call this.
Yeah.
And we're going to introduce seasons into our episode naming and design scheme for the indefinite future. Do you want to kind of explain what our seasons are going to be like?
So our seasons will be kind of themed in like, what do you call that? Like a genre of game, and then hit on the subgenres of that genre.
Yeah, so we'll have like a big overarching subject. So, for example, we might do like a genre. We might say first-person shooters, and that'll be season 1. And then each individual episode is going to break into either a specific game that falls within that category or a specific game mechanic that falls into that or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Episodes are going to be every other week because that'll give us a lot more time to research and really, really understand the topic for the episode. It's also going to give me a lot more time to edit and boost the overall quality of each episodes.
Which will be good.
I believe we are going to stop doing the news segments because with us being every other week and us really focusing in on a topic, the news section just kind of distracts from that, and news moves so quickly that if we're every other week, we're not going to be able to keep up with it. And I also want people to be able to go back and listen to other episodes and not feel like they're wasting 40 minutes of their time listening to the news of 2019, basically.
Yeah.
Still going to keep the Beer of the Week segment.
Sick.
But I think we'll just be able to kind of focus in a little bit more and distinguish ourselves a little bit differently. So
It'll be a good time.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. Hopefully we'll be able to get some more guests on. It'll kind of relieve some of the stress of doing an every week type of thing and keeping up with the news and all of that, and really open us up to be able to expand and produce some different content like videos or streaming or something like that. We'll see what the future brings. Anything you'd like to add to that?
I don't think so.
So,
I need to make more videos.
Yes. So I think we'll be taking a break for a little bit. Maybe like a week or two or something along those lines. We haven't really talked about that, but I'll get logged in on my new phone and kind of keep everybody updated. We're still doing the giveaway, so Don't you worry about that. We need to... let me just pull it up because it's been a minute since I've even read it out to everybody.
It has been a minute. Let's see how many followers we're at. I'm going to go check that.
Okay, Archer's going to check our followers.
66.
66, so we've dropped a little bit, dude.
3 people.
That sucks. Alright, so if you hop on over to our Twitter, there's a pinned tweet. And we are giving away an official Gameaholics t-shirt in your choice of size, color, and men's or women's. And you also get your choice of 1 year of Nintendo Switch Online, 3 months of Xbox Game Pass, or 3 months of PlayStation Plus. We need to talk about that. Maybe we'll update it to PlayStation now that they've kind of reworked that. Anyway, there's 6 ways to enter. If you follow our Twitter, follow our Instagram, like our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube, follow our website, and leave a review on Apple Podcasts. Each one of those will get you an individual entry into the drawing, and we will be cutting it off as soon as we hit 100 followers on our Instagram. That's when we'll cut it off. We'll compile all the names and we'll do a drawing. So that could be tomorrow, next week, 3 months from now, who knows. Anyway, speaking of our website, don't forget to go and visit it. It is gameholicspodcast.wordpress.com. That gives you a contact form to be able to fill out to contact us, direct links to the episodes. It'll also update with the Beer of the Week and any other YouTube videos or anything else we put out. Also gives you a direct link to our store where you'll be able to buy t-shirts, mugs, vinyl stickers, and new products as we come out with them. Go and buy a shirt. They're pretty cool. I still need to do a photo shoot of that. That'll be a plan. Anyway. Don't forget to like, rate, and share the podcast. We're just trying to get it into the ears of as many people as possible. Follow our social media. Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube are all the same thing. They're just Gameaholics Podcast. Twitter is the only thing different. It is Gameaholics Pod 1. And if you don't want to fill out the contact form on the website, our email address is gameaholicspodcast@gmail.com.
Boom.
Yeah. Any closing remarks?
Nope.
Go play Call of Duty. It's a great game.
It's awesome.
Stay tuned for the rework of Gameaholics. And don't forget to keep on gaming. Nothing like a 6 p.m. coffee.
Yeah.
Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
I'm gonna bump you a little bit.
Okay, Daddy.
And I can put it in my butt. I can put it in my butt. I got my cheeks clapped. I got my cheeks clapped.
Ooh, these are cold. I'm excited.
Alrighty.
It's been like 10 hours since I've had my last beer.